So the GameCube is one of my favourite consoles of all time. It was the kind of first home console that I've ever had, and I have a very beloved collection that I wanted to share with you today. So I've had my collection for a really long time and I will never sell them. No matter how valuable they get in the future, I'm determined to keep them all. Some of them are very iconic and widely loved, and some not so much. So without further ado, I will show you my collection. So starting with the first game that I ever played on a home console, we have Super Mario Sunshine. It's a cult classic and quite divisive with Mario fans. It's noted as being notoriously difficult and very unique for Mario as well. It's very, very different to the Galaxy games and all the other games that came before or after it, really. So I would solely buy games based off the box art as a kid. And when I saw Super Mario Sunshine, I instantly was drawn to the very vibrant tropical atmosphere of it. I remember seeing like snippets of like palm trees on the back and that you got to ride Yoshi. I didn't know a lot about Mario at the time. I wasn't really a Mario fan, and I'm still not really. Mario Sunshine just has a really special place in my heart, and it is my favourite Mario game of all time. And yeah, I just absolutely loved it. It was a really, really fun one to have as my first ever game. It was a really great experience. It's so unique compared to other Mario games, and that's what I love about it. The art direction is fantastic, and it really captures that kind of magical feeling that you get when you go on holiday as a kid to somewhere like warm or tropical. And I actually prefer this to the Galaxy games quite a lot. Don't hurt me. I know the Galaxy games are a lot of people's favourites, but for me they just, for some reason, they made me really motion sick. You know, like when you run around the planets, I just can't play it, unfortunately. But yeah, that was my first game. Speaking of unique entries in a popular franchise, the next game I have to show you is Pokemon Colosseum. I loved this game so much. I thought it was so cool. It felt like Pokemon, but more like badass. The Ore region where it's based just was really gritty compared to other regions that we've seen before from Pokemon. I really like the animations and the art style. Its graphics honestly look better than a lot of 3D Pokemon games that we have today, which is a bit embarrassing for Game Freak, but I'm not going to say anything about that. I remember the music being really great as well. Some of the town themes were good. There was one from Pyrite Town that I really liked. Go listen to that, it's a banger. Some of the character designs were really great too. I remember there was this guy, I don't know if he was a boss or someone that you just battled, but he had like a disco theme and a fantastic afro. And I think he wore sunglasses and had all these Lotads dancing around him. It was a vibe. He was great. Like with Mario Sunshine, I really miss when IPs would just take more of a risk and do something different, rather than going with the style that they're used to or trying what they know works for the consumer. I feel like studios now will just go with what they know will have mass appeal, and it takes the fun out of it. Sometimes it takes the magic out of it a bit. Colosseum was also quite a difficult game, like Mario Sunshine. And I also think if I was a kid now, I'd feel like some of the games are too easy. If I was growing up now, to be honest, I'd find that games being too easy would feel a bit patronising and a bit boring. So I don't know, I feel like a bit of challenge is good for a kid. And then rolling around at the speed of sound, we have Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I love this game so much. It's absolutely brilliant. It's my favourite Sonic game of all time. This game, in my opinion, has one of the best soundtracks of all time. It's so good. So if you're not familiar, there's several player characters in this, and they're all on the front here. Actually, no, they're not. Yes, they are. And each character has a different music genre associated with them for their levels. So Sonic, for example, has rock, Rouge has jazz, Knuckles has rap. And nowadays it's super rare for video game music to have lyrics, and this had a lot of lyrics in it. My favourite were often Knuckles' stages because of the rap. It was so good. It was just fun. In fact, one of my top songs on my Spotify Wrapped last year was a song called Space Trip Steps, which is from this game. It's an absolute banger. You should go and listen to it. This game also had the Chow Garden, which was like a game within a game. It was, you would take care of these little creatures called Chow, which you can see on the box here. So these little guys, very cute. There was so much to do with the Chow, and yeah, as I said, it just felt like a whole separate game. I spent hours and hours taking care of them and just being in the Chow Garden in general. So yeah, one of my favourite games of all time, and definitely my favourite Sonic game, so check it out if you haven't. Next up, we have a very widely loved game, and that is Super Smash Bros. Melee, or Melee. Super Smash Bros. Is obviously one of the most iconic franchises of all time for fighting games. This was the first one in the series that I played, I'll let you into a little embarrassing secret. I used to play this alone. Like pretty much I think I only played this alone, even though it's meant to be a co-op game really. In my defense though, I'm an only child, I had no siblings, so I was just having fun. I still enjoyed it. I used to like the photo mode where you could kind of freeze the frame and look around and see the character designs more closely. That was fun. Then we have the Simpsons Hit and Run. This was my GTA. This was so fun. I was an absolute menace driving around the streets of Springfield. It was great. So like a lot of people, I grew up watching The Simpsons, which is probably why I bought this game. It was really cool to get to explore Springfield in an open world format. It was creative and chaotic in the best way, as you can see by the cover art here. But yeah, I had loads of fun playing this one. Then I have another Pokemon game, another unique one, which is Pokemon Channel. The entire concept of this game is that you watch TV with Pikachu, which sounds quite boring, and to be fair, sometimes it was. You didn't just watch TV, I remember you would go out and about with Pikachu, but I can't really remember what you did. There was some tasks, there was like meeting other Pokemon and things like that. I did like the TV aspect though. There was an anime that you could watch within the game called the Pichu Brothers, and it was really cute. I kind of want to watch that now. I might try and track it down on YouTube or something. But yeah, a weird game, but I like it. And then Wave Race Blue Storm. So this is the only racing game that I've ever kind of liked. I find racing games a bit boring in general, and this one is on jet skis. And all of the design aspects of this game, so the level design, the character design, the vibes, the music, is very, very 2000s. It came out in 2001, I believe. So just thinking about that game makes me so nostalgic for that time. But yeah, if you like games with kind of strong 2000s vibes and you like racing as well, then might be one to check out. And then I have two Spyro games, so I'll show you both of them at the same time. I have Spyro A Hero's Tale and Spyro Enter the Dragonfly. So Enter the Dragonfly, I can't really remember at all, so I won't really go into detail about it. I should try it again, although I think I remember someone doing a video essay about this game and saying that it wasn't very good. It was a bit of a weak entry into the series, so maybe I'll give it a go, maybe I won't, we will see. I have much better memories of A Hero's Tale. This was a really good game. I'll show you the art there. The plot was basically you had to find and destroy all of these dark gems that have popped around the world, and there were a few bosses to fight. I remember struggling with some of them as a kid. They're probably really easy. I was probably just very young. There are parts of it that I don't remember at all though, so I probably need to replay it to refresh my memory. But yeah, I liked Spyro a lot growing up. I have the Reignited trilogy now on the Switch, and that's really, really good. So if you like Spyro, it's worth getting if you haven't already. Then another game based off the cartoons that I watched as a kid, we have Scooby-Doo Night of 100 Frights. This creeped me out, which is quite funny because it's not scary. I was probably really young when I played this. This is another game that I never finished, so I can't give a full review really. I enjoyed what I played of it. I didn't finish a lot of games when I was growing up. I had a habit of just reaching for my favourites over and over again. Then we have Bratz Forever Diamondz, which is the only Bratz game that I have, very girly. I used to watch the Bratz cartoon after school sometimes, so again, I think that's why I got this game. My favourite part of it was all the kind of makeover and customization stuff that you could do with your characters. I remember there was shopping malls, so you could go and get loads of outfits, change makeup, hair, things like that. So I essentially treated it as a dress-up game. There was probably more to it than that, but I can't really remember, to be honest. So yeah, it's not really one to write home about, but I still enjoyed it. And then lastly, we have Star Wars Rogue Leader. So this is just a flight simulation game, basically. I didn't really play a lot of it, I think because it was a flight-based game and you didn't ever get out of the ship and that's all there was to it. There wasn't a lot of variety, and I quite like variety and exploration within my games. But I did have a good few goes of this and I did like it at the time. Maybe it's best going to a Star Wars fan, but I want to keep it in my collection because it has sentimental value, I suppose. So that is my full collection so far. Those are all the games I've had since I was a kid. I'm sure I will collect more GameCube games now that I'm an adult, but those are the core games in my collection that I'll never get rid of. I just love them, so they'll be staying with me forever. Let me know what GameCube games that you have in your collection, or if there's any GameCube games that you want in your collection and haven't got yet. But yeah, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. Bye.